Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another weekly setup. So, I'm done analyzing over 20 pairs, as you can see right here, using the fxalexg set and forget strategy. And I'll show you the best pairs that I've selected for next week that will have the best opportunities. So, coming over to my screen right now. Alright, the first market I selected for next week is GPBUSD. So, if you look at GPBUSD, the market structure is currently bearish on the daily time frame. On the weekly time frame, market is you just have a very strong resistance level, and last week was a very strong um candle to the downside, right? So last week was a very bearish week, right? And the weekly time frame is still currently bullish. Let's see how the 4 hour looks. So the 4 hour time frame is also bearish. So we do have two time frames in sync, which is the daily and the 4 hour. Going over to the daily again, if you look at the daily structure, you can clearly see that the area of interest, we had a very strong area of interest, and this is a very strong area of interest because it's both the weekly and the 4 hour area of interest. What makes more sense on this market is to have a retracement back to around this level, somewhere around this level, to sell all the way to the next structural point, which is this one right here. So if you can get a retracement to sell, I'll be very happy with that one. So it's very similar price action to that of Euro USD. When I was analyzing Euro USD, I actually called it bearish, but it's actually bullish. If you look at here, you can clearly see that this is still a higher high, and this is still the higher low for this market. But because we are breaking lows, right? So because we are breaking lows and it's very similar to that of GBP USD, I'll still be looking for sales if we can get the opportunity to sell, right? Again, price is still under this area of interest. As you can see, we have multiple rejections. If you look at the EME, you can also see that the EME is now shifting bearish, and we do have a round psychological level right here, which is 1.7. Let me draw it right here. So round psychological level we have is 1.7000, right? So that is the round psychological level we have, and is in correlation with the area of interest. So we have more reasons to actually sell to the downside instead of buying, right? Now going over to the 4 hour time frame again, all this retracement, I'll prefer to have those retracements on the 4 hour time frame for me to feel more confident on selling this market. So that is that for Euro USD for sales next week. Another pair we are looking to take is USD card. So USD card, I do believe that this market is going to continue to the upside. We have a very strong area of interest, multiple reactions from this area. Price currently just shifted bullish, but I need price to be above the area of interest to continue bullish, right? 4 hour time frame, again, I still need price to be above, but 4 hour time frame is also bullish, right? As soon as we get a very clean market structure that is very clean, what I mean by clean, I mean clean break. Let's look for something that I will call clean to show you guys. All right, something like this, very clean break, retracement, and engulfing. Then I will potentially, in this case, buy this market, right? So that's for USD card. I'm looking to buy that market for next week. Card JPY, I'm also looking for buys. This market is actually ready right now. It's just the only thing we are lacking here is an engulfing candlestick. So if this was an engulfing, we could have been in on this market, but that's not an engulfing candlestick. So we are going to be waiting to see how market actually opens next week to see how we are going to enter this market. So for us, to see how we are going to enter this market. So if you want to know how I'm going to enter this market, you can join the Telegram channel, right? In order to join the Telegram channel, again, it's the same link. Just click this right here on the channel, then you click this one that says Telegram to take you to the Telegram channel. Again, there's a group with other traders in case you want to learn from other traders too as well, right? So again, I'm looking for buys on CAD/JPY if you can get a clean market. So all I'm looking for on this market is just a clean market. As you can clearly see, the EMA is going to the upside. It just shows that this market has more buyers than sellers, or basically the buyers are stronger, right? Then GBP JPY is crazy because now we are looking to sell this JPY pair. So I do believe that one of these JPY pairs will be the one to give us the opportunity, not both of them at the same time. So this market, let me explain why I'm looking to sell this market. If you look at the market structure, you can clearly see that this right here, we have a very strong resistance level right here. We are currently under that level, as you can clearly see right here. The 4 hour time frame is also bearish, so we do have two time frame is synced to the downside. So again, we are just analyzing what we see. What we are looking for is a retracement back into this area for us to potentially sell, right? So that is that for the pairs I'll be paying attention to for next week. There's still other pairs I might actually look at depending on how next week plays out, right? But again, I'll let you guys know what they are on the Telegram channel. But these are the major pairs I'll be paying attention to for next week. I think Euro JPY, if you can get a clean market structure, I'll actually be interested. So I'll just keep it very close to monitor. As for gold, for now, right now on gold, now the market structure is still clearly bearish. It only makes sense for this market to continue bearish, but we don't have clean market structure for us to be paying attention to gold. So that's the only reason I did not add it for this week, right? But depending on how the week progresses, we'll know what to do on this market. For now, we don't have any information that we can use to buy or sell gold. What will I even say there? Okay, so that's it, guys. So this video on the screen right now that you can see, I want you guys to watch it. It's very important because I use different tricks to handle my psychology because I'm not really as psychological strong as you would expect. The only thing is that I use different tricks to trick myself to force myself basically to handle psychology a little bit more better. So if you want to know what those tricks are, you can watch this video right here on screen, and I'll see you guys in the next week's setups.